Welcome back to This Week at Tegg, wherein we catch up on the latest releases, fun, and doings of the creatives who play together as the Ed Greenwood Group. I'm your host, Ed Greenwood, and I make with the blah blah. This week in Hellmaw. And this week we're featuring Hellmaw, the Mark of Five by Xavier Echeverri Ochoa. Tyron has just arrived on Earth. One of the Exiles he has seen defeat and is now cast upon a prison world he was raised to abhor. Treading carefully, he is trying to regain as much of his strength as possible in order to return to Araunt. But he's not exactly desperate to go back, and he prides himself on never being impulsive. Besides, he has plans, and his former position on Araunt allowed him to see everything as a bargaining token for everybody else. So now, he's choosing his pawns, placing his chips, and rigging the game in his favor. But let's hear more about Hellmaw, the Mark of Five, from its author. So let us leap the length of a continent from where I'm sitting now and take it away, sir.
Hola, my name is Xavier Echeverri. This is where I write. This is a small room I use to write my novels and stories. I am the author of The Mark of Five, and I happen to live in Mexico City. I love living here. And, let me tell you a bit about the book. This is the first one in a series of novels that will deal with the demon we have come to know as Tyron. His real name is Tyron, but of course, for the purposes of interacting with beings that inhabit this world he has been exiled to, he just goes by the name Tyron. He used to be a very famous and quite renowned hunter in his home region back at the throne world in Araunt, but he suddenly finds that he's been entrapped and then exiled, and upon his arrival on Earth he also discovers he has been mysteriously crippled, but this crippling wound also allows him to develop a new set of skills and a very special talent that is quite useful to establish a different level of rapport with the lowly beings that fancy themselves the owners of this world and that call themselves human. If you happen to like conspiracies and deep characterization, I think you might like this book, as it tells the story of how Tyron is preparing the board and putting his pieces, and of course trying to rig the game, for he knows that more exiles are coming. I thank you for your time, and we go back to it. Bye.
So, this week at Tegg, in Stormtalons. One of our best-selling titles is Gregory A. Wilson's Grayshade. It's the first novel in his planned trilogy. Now, in Grayshade, for 10 years, the assassin, Grayshade, has eliminated threats to the Order of Argoth, the lust god. The Acolytes of Argoth are silent and lethal enforcers of the Order's will within the sprawling city of Cohrelle, whose own officials must quietly bow to the Order's authority while publicly distancing themselves from its actions. Grayshade is the supreme executor of the Order's edicts, its best trained and most highly respected agent. But when a mission doesn't go as planned, Grayshade starts to question the authority and motives of his superiors, and as he investigates, he soon finds himself the target of the very Order he once served without question. Now, it will take all of Grayshade's skill, intuition, and cunning to find the answers he seeks, if he can stay alive. In the description below this video, there'll be a link to Grayshade if you're interested. It's time to spotlight the third issue of Order magazine, the journal for new storytellers. This magazine is crammed with Tegg creative folks writing about all sorts of things. The theme for Order magazine number 3 is merchants, and inside it you'll find, well, me, Ed Greenwood, exploring character development by means of the very first Forgotten Realms character, the merchant Mert the Moneylender, a lovable villain of a hero I created almost 55 years ago. There are also insights into the continuity mayhem and aftermath of the spell plague that hit the Forgotten Realms. There's an article exploring contemporary techniques for the ancient art of crafting chainmail, for those of you wanting or needing to wear flexible protective armor against the vicissitudes of life. There's a creator profile of Gregory A. Wilson, author of the Grayshade Stormtalons novel, first of a trilogy, and co-host of the Speculate science fiction podcast. This issue of Order magazine also contains more metafiction from the Tegg setting of Hellmaw, not to mention comics, book and game reviews, and, as they say, more. Check it out, Order magazine number 3. For the first 100 customers this week, we're offering a free copy of Helmaw, Your World is Doomed, by Ed Greenwood. That's me. When you purchase a copy of Helmaw, The Mark of 5, by Xavier Echeverri Ochoa, simply follow the link below and enter the coupon code DOOMED5. That's the word doomed and the word 5, DOOMEDFIVE, all run together as one, DOOMED5, at checkout. This code expires at the stroke of midnight Eastern Time on the 25th of June, 2017. And that was This Week at Tegg.